Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
Not too bad, thanks, not too bad.
Right.
Nick, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Very good.
A bit of patience.
Yeah, Ryan Manny and Sam are going to go forward.
I wouldn't listen to you, but I'd worry you pulling. You won't want to.
Well, I was told he can go slightly left. I thought there's 5 runners. I thought if I dropped him, yeah, I thought nearly almost out down the inner, get him jumping, and don't worry about it until later on. Just get him jumping. Yeah.
Get him jumping and then worry about it. I don't care, just get him jumping.
Yeah. No worries. Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks. Number 1, fantastic rock. Runners heading out to the start. And the start for this race is 2 miles and 1 furlong. It's over the far side of the racetrack, just in the far left-hand corner. And our runners are heading there now. So let's go back up to John in the commentary box. He's got an update on the betting and further details on the 5 runners and leaders.
Many thanks to horses making their way on this track today. We're over the minimum 50 of 2 miles, 12 fences in all to be jumped. The open ditch will be jumped as fence number 3 and make their way out of the parade ring. Head on down to the start race 2-7 here in Kelso, and of course all your big racing taking place around the country is there on the big street out the way these rings. Grand stay there as well today. First out though is Fantastic Rock in the purple and white. This is the purple and yellow diamond. Purple and yellow for it. Ryan Manny is for Andy Thompson. Which is over on that little spur on the far side of the track. They'll jump 4 fences before embarking on a further circuit of the track where they have 8 in all to get over. So by my maths, that's 12 fences in all to be jumped. Let's take a check on the betting. Favourites here is Edmund Dantes to Brian Hughes and Ruth Jefferson. Next to the mark at 2-1, I should say. 5-2, Nety Well. It's then Burlington Bertie, 130 Wheel Barry. Next to the betting is Fantastic Rock at 6-1. And here we have it, is the outside of another despised one at 8-1. Horses making their way down to the start, won't be too much longer before they are sent on their way. Fantastic Rock jumped it slightly better than Wheel Barry. Fence number 1 as they make their way to the second. And it's Fantastic Rock and Wheel Barry, these two, just encouraging one another to go a bit quicker, I reckon. Followed then by Here We Have It. Edmund Dantes could have been slightly more active at that fence, and right at the back of the field is Nety Well, with sort of 2 market principles. Happy to sit off this pace at the moment as they make the turn and head on down towards fence number 3, which is the first of the 2 open ditches in the contest. And it's Fantastic Rock that leads to in second position. Wheel Barry, as they come to this open ditch, will be the second last in the circuit stand. Wheel Barry didn't jump particularly well. Then followed by Here We Have It, Edmund Dantes, with Brian Hughes aboard. And right at the back of the field is Nety Well. So they've taken a little elbow in the home straight and head on down towards fence number 4. Fantastic Rock, the leader, to Wheel Barry in second. To come to this, Fantastic Rock saw a good strike. Wheel Barry just brushed through the top of it. Followed in third by Here We Have It, the black sleeves, and then Nety Well and Edmund Dantes still more or less stride for stride at the rear of the field. So they're making their way past us here in the grandstand, still with a circuit of the track to get round, and it's Fantastic Rock that leads. Just slowing up the gallop a little bit now though. So Wheel Barry, who's racing in second, and in third Here We Have It, followed then by Nety Well, who's just gone to pass Edmund Dantes, who's relegated to 5th and last as they come to the fence that takes them away from the grandstand. And the leader again jumped it well. Fantastic Rock has taken a length and a half out of the rest of the field there in the jumping. So Wheel Barry in second, followed then in third on the inside by Here We Have It. Edmund Dantes now just making a little bit of headway around the outside, and Nety Well is anchored at the rear of the field. So they're making their way down the far side of the track with a run of fences to be jumped here, and it's Fantastic Rock that leads them to in second position. Wheel Barry, these two at the head of affairs as they come towards this one. Right opposite us here in the grandstand, fantastic rock again, jumped well. Wheelbarry landed a little bit on the steep side, not a particularly good leap from here. We have it in third. Grey Sleeves, Edmund Dantes racing in fourth, and Nety well is held up at the back of the field. Middle one of the three down the far side, again all safely over it. Fantastic rock has been in front just about throughout. So Wheelbarry in second, Edmund Dantes creeping a little bit closer. Here we have it with that white crackle noseband is just on the inside of that one, followed by Nety well as they take that one. Fantastic rock, just overbalanced slightly but jumped in pretty slickly. So in second position Wheelbarry, Nety well now trying to sneak up the inside. Edmund Dantes just being nudged along by Brian Hughes in between the pair. Here we have it, but still travelling okay. So they're making their way down towards the fourth last fence. And it's fantastic rock now challenged on the outside by Wheelbarry. These two being at the head of the first throughout. Neither jumped it particularly well. Then here we have it. Edmund Dantes has been ridden along, but is responding to the urgings of Brian Hughes, and Nety well is at the rear of the field. Third last fence now they come to it. Wheelbarry got it a bit tight. Fantastic rock in second. Then in third here we have it, who's now moved out for a run. Edmund Dantes, the Grey Sleeve, gets a little bit closer, and Nety well is now being driven along. Starting to make the swing for home. It's the fantastic rock now. It's just beginning to struggle. Here we have it. It's making nice headway for Lewis Dole. That moves alongside the fantastic rock in second. At the second lap, it's Wheelbarry. A bit of a look at it. Jumped it well. The fantastic rock has unseated the rider. Here we have it. Wasn't very fluent either. So it's Wheelbarry that leads as they make the turn and head on down towards the final fence inside the final quarter mile. And Wheelbarry has been prominent throughout. Here we have it in second. Edmund Dantes is trying hard to close, but there's plenty to do. Down towards the final fence. Wheelbarry saw a strike, popped over it well. So here we have it. Edmund Dantes, no it's making ground as they head now inside the final furlong. And it's Wheelbarry to Edmund Dantes, who is slowly but surely making progress. Wheelbarry, Edmund Dantes as they make up towards the right. This is going to be fun for Wheelbarry. It's getting and hands off. She says Edmund Dantes, here we have it. They were well clear of Nety well was fourth and last to finish.
Wheelbarry coming back into the winner's enclosure, joined by Stuart Coulter and moving by Sam Coulter. Well, this is Wheelbarry's fifth win of 2022 and the second win here at Kelso. Back in the
He jumped okay. He maybe jumped a little bit big and was landing at the back of him and was never really getting away. But he jumped more than okay. Going across the side, I thought that was probably still close enough. I think he's probably just took a bit of a blow, isn't he? Yeah. A good blow when I pulled up, but I say he jumped and travelled around fine. He maybe jumped a bit big early doors, landing on all fours and kind of not really getting away from it. Probably improved just from the run, won't he?
Yeah, that's the hope, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. No, I suppose he's not had a run in a while, so hopefully he's just going to come on from the run and the experience. All right.
Okay. Thanks
Cheers,
very
thank
much.
you.
Okay.
In the wheel,
Yeah, just at the last, but he was beat by then anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It was only a case of popping the last, but
Yeah.
no, hopefully
He's
there's some.
experience.
Yeah, he'll improve from the experience, hopefully.
Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah.
Just take time to warm into it, really.
He jumped okay, as I say. He just maybe was big. He jumped big and never really landed. Getting away from the back of him, he's kind of landing. Maybe took a stride or so to get organised. I still thought he was close enough going across the side. Maybe he just needed it.
I think he probably has. I
Yeah.
mean, do you think he hasn't actually run that? Oh.
He's not ran much, no.
March was the last
And
time.
it does take a lot of energy. If you watch the video, you do get up and
Yeah, he gets up high, and he did start to come down, but early doors he was just sort of maybe half a length here. But look, he settled and he jumped fine. He'll improve from the experience. He'll be a different horse the next day.
yeah. I think
That
so.
loose horse didn't do you any favours either.
No. The loose horse, I didn't know if he was going to go out or was going to stay up sides him and keep him in. But no, it was just a case of getting over the last. But he'll improve from it. Yeah.
Well, I think that's great. I think
Yeah.
that's the first one under the belt.
That's it. Yeah.
Next time
He's only a handful of runs, really, hasn't he? You know, he's not much done. So look, he's jumped around and he's okay.
Exactly.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Brilliant.
All right.
Okay. Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
He's only 5, isn't he?
Home safe.
How are you? Good. How are we doing? You too? Not so bad. We're good. We're good.
What are we thinking today then?
You need to be better than good.
Yeah.
You need the gaffer.
There's, look, 5 runners. Ryan's going to line up. I'm going to line up outside him. I'm going to drop my hands, let him go down, jump the first, and after that we'll just sit and try and jump away wherever we can, whether it be whether I'm in front or whether I'm second or third. But I just want to get him out the gate and get him to jump the first and go from there, I think.
What did Brian on?
Mass Crusader. Remember the horse that ran against Diamond and them at Musselburgh? I'll just line up with him and...
No, fine. I just... Isn't that right? He's... what's nice is he holds it. So it'll be nice, But I mean... I don't know. You rode it through this.
No, so
I think we're doing the right thing.
No. Look, something needed to change, didn't it? Something needed to change. So look, 5 runners. The ground should be lovely. It's lovely and soft ground. Well, it's heavy ground, but it's wet, like, you know what I mean. So they're getting through it a lot better. So look, he's, I suppose, in a whole, he's probably been disappointing. So something needed to change, didn't it? So
has he got confidence? Has he got confidence?
I screwed him the other day and he jumped fine. He jumped fine. So hopefully if we'll just line up and then go and jump the first, and then wherever we land I'll sit and just try and get into a bit of a rhythm from there. Alright?
Good luck.
Good luck.
In the main, I thought, last time out at Musselburgh, back to this trip until he then belted the last and got rid of. I gave Brian Hughes absolutely no chance. He's up £1 for it. He's got the cheek of his jumping, Gordon. Slow and heavy ground here as well, a slight question mark for him as well. But you just wonder if he's maybe just taken a little bit of time, and perhaps, this might be third time lucky for him. But if you have backed him, he's going to be a bit of a white knuckle watch, I think.
A minor upset as though with Nety or Duty Calls.
Well, they've both actually shortened in price from what they were trading, certainly last night, both of them quite markedly. Nety will certainly go on the ground, but he does have something to prove after 3 low-key runs this season. He didn't shape any better really on heavy ground at the scene of his hurdles win last time at Wetherby. He's back over fences here, and Duty Calls is, you'd think, should make it as a chaser.
And they're off for the follow at Racing TV on Instagram Novices Handicap Steeplechase, and it is Nety Well along with the grey Mass Crusader. Those two make the running, and they are ahead of Paddy the Horse with Champ de Gain in 4th place. The back marker early is Duty Calls. So they'll take the first bend before they get to the first of the 12 fences. They're turning in now, and it is Nety Well and Stephen Mulqueen from Mass Crusader, with Paddy the Horse about 3 lengths further back, followed by Champ de Gain. They're jumping the first now. Over the first, Nety Well just a little on the slow side in front at the fence, but nothing serious, just popped it. Nety Well from Mass Crusader coming on towards the ditch, and Mass Crusader there made a mistake on the inside. So it is Nety Well, Mass Crusader, Paddy the Horse, as they come on towards the next fence. Champ de Gain, big white face on the outside, and then Duty Calls. One more fence to jump on this circuit in the driving rain. Really filthy conditions. Nety Well, Mass Crusader coming towards the last fence this time round, and on that occasion it was Nety Well who outjumped Mass Crusader. So Mass Crusader's made one big mistake, one small mistake. down the straight. Mass Crusader being followed by Paddy the Horse, Champ de Gain on the outside in the green jacket, and Duty Calls gives them stars as they go into the bend. So moving on to the back straight, 4 fences to jump over on the far side, and it is Nety Well who is in front. Third start over fences today. Mass Crusader, who unseated at the last, when last seen, is in second place. Chasing debutant, Paddy the Horse, has been in good form over hurdles with 2 straight wins at Hexham's. Just in behind him in the black and green jacket. To the outside is Champ de Gain, Darryl Jacob, and Duty Calls remains in last place. So they go on down the far side. Bit of a run between fences 4 and 5. And as they go towards the 4 fences down the back, I'm going to omit the first of those, which is normally taken. It's Nety Well by half a length to a Mass Crusader. Paddy the Horse on the inside of Champ de Gain. And then a Duty Calls, only 5 lengths covering them as Nety Well journeys on to this plain fence with a length advantage over Mass Crusader. Nety Well, Mass Crusader was totally out-jumped there, Mass Crusader, by both Paddy the Horse and Champ de Gain, who moved alongside Nety Well. So this is a ditch. Come into the ditch. And there it was Champ de Gain wide of Nety Well and Paddy the Horse. Mass Crusader drops to 4th. And last of all is Duty Calls. And we're at a plain fence. And Paddy the Horse down. Paddy the Horse has fallen. And this was his chasing debut. He was in form coming here, but Paddy the Horse out of the race at that fence. 1 more fence to take down the back straight. Nety Well and Champ de Gain at this one now, and Nety Well was totally outpointed in the jumping department by Champ de Gain. Champ de Gain and Nety Well, Mass Crusader and Duty Calls on the run now towards the turn into the straight as they head now towards the turn in with 4 to jump, and it's Nety Well on the inside running rail, Champ de Gain to the outside. Mass Crusader is 3 wide as they approach the turn in to face this last line of fences. Calls continues to spy the others, so it's Nety Well for Lucinda Russell, Stephen Mulqueen leading Champ de Gain by 1.5 lengths. 4 out, Nety Well, Champ de Gain back in behind these Duty Calls, and Mass Crusader now just coming under a ride as they head down towards the open ditch. Nety Well chased hard by Champ de Gain as they come to it. Nety Well came up big and bold. Nety Well far side from Champ de Gain, and then in behind that one is Duty Calls. Mass Crusader well beaten and is now being eased down. This is the second last. Nety Well, Champ de Gain won't go away. Duty Calls back in third. Mass Crusader was pulled up before that fence. 1 more fence to jump. Nety Well at the moment galloping on with this lead of about 4 lengths now for Champ de Gain, so extends the lead. Nety Well at the last. Nety Well over it. A poor jump from Champ de Gain in second place. Duty Calls in third, but it's Nety Well who's going to win for the first time over fences. Third start, it's a winning one. Nety Well goes on to collect. Nety Well, he's down to win. Champ de Gain holds on to second place, followed in by Duty Calls, the only other finisher in third.
Nety Well then in the colours of the county set 5, who are some really good horses down through the years. Lucinda Russell, a winning trainer, Stephen Mulqueen on board, Champ de Gain, who'd helped force the pace with Nety Well for so long, finishes in second place, Ed, and Duty Calls take third. He's a winning hurdler. This was his first win over fences at just the 3rd attempt.
He was a horse whose sole win over hurdles came on heavy ground, Gordon, and I think he's been well suited by conditions, but he's also the change in tactics as well, ridden much more positively this afternoon. Don't think that necessarily did any favours to Mass Crusader, but his jumping just leaves plenty to be desired at the moment. I thought Champ de Gain went through the race well enough, but he perhaps found conditions too tested, and Nety Well given a really good ride off the front end as handle conditions better than anything else.
Good news.
Another winner for Lucinda Russell Yard. Coming back in, number 4, Nety Well.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well done, son. Well done, Stuart. Well done, Nety. Woohoo!
Thank you.
The rubber bright.
Yeah. Thank you, Messiah. Thank you.
Well done, son.
Jumped off. Thank you, Jamie. And we down the middle over the first one or two, and then we turned down the back. I was hacking, absolutely hacking, and I thought, you know what now? I turned down the back and I just threw the reins up in his neck. But we jumped two down the back and the boys swarmed around me, and I thought, geez, it's a long way home on this ground, and I just thought, I'll just sit and jumped away, and he came off the bend into the straight, and he just picked up, and I thought, I'll just sit against you now.
That's good.
I showed the range at him, he hacks away, but you know what, Scoot? Ground. Yeah, where did you buy him? Lead the tank, yeah. No, tank, Messiah.
Nety, well, the winner of the first chase here at Ayr this afternoon, ridden by Stephen Mulqueen, who joins me now. He did enough power away up the home straight.
Yeah, no, that's the horse we thought he was, to be honest. He's been disappointing this year on the whole. Over fences, Bangor one day I thought he'd win, and he never picked up, and then he had to go over hurdles last day and he never fired. So Scoo said, Scoo's riding him out at home, so Scoo said we changed the tactics so we'd make the running, and he was right.
Would the ground help? Because I know he won over hurdles on heavy at Wetherby, and you were on that day.
Yeah, he wants real wet ground. He's been running on soft ground, but it's been sort of dead. And I knew coming here, I went for a run round and the ground was wet, and I did think it'd suit him definitely.
And 2 miles doing your own thing, he'd probably stay a bit further, but you and I have just discussed it, it's not a stamina-laden pedigree, is it?
Yeah, no, and probably the way we're riding him today would suggest he'd maybe get a little bit further. One time we were holding him up, but he's kind of in front and he's having a look and he's breathing and everything's coming a little bit easier to him, so he might get a little bit further, but I wouldn't go changing it just now.
No, and as we always say, I mean, that will have done his confidence the world of good, because he hasn't had that many spins over fences.
No, and on a whole, he's probably not actually had that many runs, you know. He's still young and inexperienced, and he's a nervy sort of character, so that will have done him the world of good for his confidence. Yeah.
Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time I will feel eternity. I've lived to be the very best, and I want it all. No time for less. I've laid my plans, now laid a chance here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be, when all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny.
Come on, Nety.
Well, another heavy shower here at Ayr. Incidentally, in the first race, jockeys were saying it was quite hard work, so quite tacky ground is what I'm hearing, and that included from the winning jockey Sean Bowen. This is a Grand National Handicap chase, the Coral Scottish Grand National Handicap Chase book now for. It's over 2 miles, and this is number 1, Netywell, lightly raced 6-year-old who made most of the running when scoring over course and distance on heavy ground last time. He's been well beaten prior to that in a couple of chases and a handicap hurdle beforehand, but that was before that course and distance win here, and he's an interesting contender. Both wins, incidentally, over hurdles and over fences, have come in heavy ground, so the more rain the better for number 1, Netywell. We can drop back to number 2, Ritson, for Aaron Anderson and Rebecca Menzies. Ritson was a winner last time.
Alright, how are we doing? Good to see you all, alright? How are we doing? Good?
Hello, how are you?
How are you? Not too bad, thanks. Not too bad.
Hearing about your accident.
What are you thinking?
You all right?
It's very competitive. There's loads of speed. There's about 5 of them going to go forward. I was going to line up with them, probably give him a bit of room. I think the last day I was in front and he had room, and I think he probably... Ideally I'd like to be in front, but I wouldn't like to rush him or do anything daft. I'm going to line up with him with a bit of room, and almost, if I'm not in front, leave him with a bit of room rather than being in behind him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If I can't be in front, I'll try and maybe stick out in the middle and almost pretend I'm in front and just have my own room sort of thing.
I feel, stupid. He's on the edge of a little too fresh, if I think.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that when he sees a fence, he does that,
That's
which
it.
he does. So
Yeah.
Ride him forward,
Yeah.
and after that.
Like
I agree with everything you say.
Yeah, because
I just
like,
think we are, but he has to learn. I believe he's capable of going up through these levels. He has to learn to race.
That's it, yeah. Like Ardira Cross is a handicapper, and he's a hardy handicapper that goes hard off the front.
Yeah.
You could take him on, but I don't think it's what to do with the horse. So I'll line up with them and I'll stick towards the middle and I'll just give him his room. All right?
Okay, Stuart.
Lovely. Cheers, thank you.
Good luck anyway.
To be honest, Netywell, lightly raced, still a bit of potential, I think. Ritson, can the improvement continue after that win at Newcastle last time? Rocker Storm's in fantastic form. I think it's a really tricky open race as well. It's one of those qualifiers for the Go North one-man series as well, and we mentioned Rocco Storm, who's up in class here today. That's Netywell going down to post for Lucinda Russell, of course, still basking in the glory of Ahoy's and Muir winning at Cheltenham on Saturday. She's here with her partner Peter Scudamore, and the County Set 5, who have Netywell. They've had some really good horses going down through this. That's a syndicate that certainly have enjoyed a fair bit of success. He won on heavy ground here at the most recent meeting at Ayr. It was on the 9th of January. Duty Calls, one of today's rivals, as we've just seen in the paddock, was well beaten back in third place. And Netywell was a novice handicap, and that was his first win in 3 starts. He has gone up a fair bit in the weights. He won off 105, and he's racing £7 higher here this afternoon. He did admittedly win by 6.5 lengths, so I suppose that isn't too harsh. Before that, though, he'd been running only moderately. Couple of runs over hurdles and 1 over fences this season before that course and distance success. And I think maybe the key's the ground. So the rain that's been coming will certainly make it even softer, even though most of the jockeys, the winning jockey included in the first race, said that it's on the tacky side. I think I heard Brian Hughes saying it was hard work. And 75 the first win, and he's now racing off 103, and he might well continue on the upgrade this afternoon. Let's go back to Tomo then for race 2.
So here we go in the Coral Scottish Grand National Handicap Chase, and 9 runners going a real good clip as they go towards the first. Idira Cross, the old-timer, on the inside. Up on the outside, it's Nety Well, and just behind these is the grey Travail d'Orfèvre. Then in the orange colours, we've got Ritson. These are the 4 at the head of affairs as they come into the home straight for the first time towards the first of the 12 fences. They'll all hopefully be jumping. Here they come and jump the first. Idira Cross gives them a good lead over that, and they're all safely over the first. The back marker early on is Duty Calls. Short run now towards fence number 2. Idira Cross, Derek Fox, taking them along at a good clip here. In second place in the white and red is Nety Well. On the inside in the cheek pieces, that's Lake Takapuna and Brian Hughes. Behind this one, we've got the grey Travail d'Orfèvre. Keeping that company in the red and white stripes is Hollybank King, and then the orange colours of Ritson as they jump the next. All safely over, coming towards what will be the last next time round. It's fence number 4 of the 12. And up front, Idira Cross takes them along. Jumped that really well. Gave that 5 foot to spare. So passing the stands with a complete circuit to run. Idira Cross is in the lead. The grey Travail d'Orfèvre just disputing second. The white-red sleeves, Nety Well. Up on the outside, Ritson. Then on the inside, in the pink and blue, the grey Lake Takapuna. On the inside, Lake Takapuna with those cheek pieces. Then the red and white with the cheek pieces, that's Hollybank King. The cross belts, the green cross belts of Judy Calls. On the outside of that one, we have got the blue sleeves just on the outside of that one, and on the in the back marker, that one there is Ingleby Mackenzie. So into the back straight they go, and going to bypass the normal first fence, so there's just 4 down the far side as they go towards fence number 5. Here they go into it as they go towards it. The leader in the light blue with the red. The horse who's won 15 times, Idira Cross, enjoying himself out there in the lead. Travail d'Orfèvre is second. On the inside in the cheek pieces, Lake Takapuna. That's the 1, 2, 3 as they come and jump the first on the far side. All safely over that. Yes, towards the rear at this stage we've got Judy Calls, also towards the outside Nety Well, also towards the rear Rocco Storm at this stage. Oh, just got a bit of argy-bargy there, but all okay. So continuing the run down the far side. And up front, no change in the order. It is still the old-timer enjoying himself, Idira Cross. One who's struggling just a little bit towards the rear is Judy Calls. He's the only one adrift, but the rest of them tightly grouped. The grey Travail d'Orfèvre is right there, the orange Ritson, and towards the outside we've got Rocco Storm, who's now made ground to go 4th. 5th on the inside in those cheek pieces and sheepskin noseband, that's Lake Takapuna, the red and white stripes of Hollybank King. As they make the bend out of the back straight in this book, the Coral Scottish Grand National Handicap Chase. And look at this, plenty in with chances here as they come back towards us. They've got 4 left to jump. And up front, on the inside, we've got Idira Cross, but the grey coming to challenge is Travail d'Orfèvre.
Distance form with Nety Well to finish in third place, and disappointing runs from the likes of Ritson and Rocco Storm, and indeed Nettywell. I don't know what, I mean, it looked as if at one point Rocco Storm was going to play a hand in the finish, but that didn't materialise. You can see him with the cheek pieces there as we take the head on. Already having dropped out of contention and not finding anything under pressure, Nettywell. You can see one there pulling up, that's Hollybank King, the Irish raider, being pulled up. And the other disappointment in the race, Ritson, you can see well out the back, and that's a below par effort from him as well. But as we take the closing stages, Brian Hughes certainly knows where the winner's enclosure is at Ayr. He knows where the winning post is, more importantly, as well. Probably finishing in fourth place in the end, Nettywell, but some way behind the winner, and indeed some way behind Duty Calls, who was third to him here last time over course and distance.
Yeah, better than the bare result, I would say, because he really doesn't actually properly know how to race. You know, he jumps out and he runs with the choke out, and then going down the back he got crowded and kind of half panicked and backed out of it, and I had to sit in him and let him come round it again. And when he's got a bit of light, he's actually kept galloping, and I thought turning in I was very wide, but he was going forward. Yeah. He's actually galloped right out to the line. He goes through the race in snatches, you know, he jumps off and he goes hard, and then turning down the back, he panics because they come round him. And if you were to pick him up, he probably wouldn't get home, you know what I mean? Yeah. But that was, I think, even though he was fourth, it's actually not a bad run.
Yep. Yeah, probably as good as really run, really.
I would nearly say it is, because the day he ran, he got it lovely and easy in front, didn't he? Yeah. He was hassled the whole way up here and down the back.
Yes.
All right? That's it, yeah. All right? Yeah. Thank you. No, cheers.
Because I thought, oh, this is interesting. See, somebody sent me a thing after. That was a well-planned gamble, wasn't it? The boys were on.
Yeah, she's
Might override it with a beam. Might override it with a beam. Yeah, for sure.
Grab your coat, grab your hat, baby. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet on the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that Peter Pan? The happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet. Yeah. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. But I'm not afraid, baby. My rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as
Patrick this morning, he knows, so I just want to reiterate something in my mind. If you're in front, I'm happy for you that he might come left. If you're behind, I think he might be better than right. Might. Just see how it is. I just think, as I said to you, to reiterate what I said this morning, I think he gets to the front, then he relaxes. And I think 2 mile in heavy ground is as far as you want. I'm not saying go 20 clear, but just keep him. I think he'll just miss one, and then he takes a few fences to get going. And then he runs on. But I don't want that. I would like him up. But if you are in front travelling, I would just if you're in front, kind of just make sure you gallop to the line. No Yahoo, Yahoo in the third last, and just keep him running up.
No.
Good luck, Patrick.
Just direct your feet.
He's got his getaway.
Seven times was leaving, I just bought a horse.
Do you think that's because someone initially
Series final. So the first of 12 fences
like THER.
There's 3 white and 1 pink, so Michael Better raised on the premises as we lead the ground out to fence number 1. Wide outside Nety, well, Gabby, maybe red colours, white cap is behind the Getaway Love is the back half. Fence number 2, and completed by Nety Well on the right. This is jumping down the score in the beige and blue jacket on the fence and get over start. So the one-match series final, 2 hours futures, and it is Nety Well.
Come on, Nick.
And now they prepare to down the hill and making the approach to the next stage. Just in behind them, fourth in this race, 12 months to go. The saddle, Gandhi just in behind Tico Times in the blue and white jacket, 1 2. Ruvain, Rocco score and get it done.
Look at the horse, he's like,
It's going mobile and Jonathan in with Nety Well and Patrick White on the outside. Fresh Dish closest to the fence as they jump this plate line. Gandhi Baker trying to take closer to the extreme mountain to find the bed just in behind the leaders. Off quickly now to the bit, going mobile. Nety Well. Respected that place, that was a good jump round the turn there. Going mobile and Treasury are coming together. So they're moving down towards the first of the 3 matches down the Nety Well and going mobile. Treasury just back up that fence. That was a full jump from Treasury. So making the run to the little fence down the back, which is a ditch. It's Nety Well and going mobile in the first 2 positions as they approach it. Gandhi Baker's taking closer on the Survival Fair. Continues to trap the leaders. Treasury to the inside, then Rocco score and Getaway low. Tico Times is at the back as they jump the last of the fences on the far side. Tico Times really struggled to keep up. So they've got 4 to jump. And they have around about 5 furlongs or so still to go. Anyone down the hill now towards the last of the ditches is going Gandhi Baker, Nety Well. Rocco scored there, just faltering a little bit on the downhill. Gandhi Baker on the premises. Nety Well has lost a place or 2. Rocco scored trying to get competitive and Henry Brooks. They now make the run up there. Getaway look from off the face of the red and black jacket. So this is the third last. It's going for while Gandhi Baker just shortened up. Running away is Nety Well.
I know.
Getaway look. Rocco scored from Michael Feathers lost ground. Then Tico Time Treasury weakened quickly on the run down towards the second last then. And to the finish, they're in the air together. Gandhi Baker to the ground. Gandhi Baker to Michael Feathers. Nety Well. But here comes the winner. It's nominated Going Warwick. Joins England, ready for the 308 Sam England. Going Warwick. Where it is.
We got racing down at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
I couldn't go on him. He's jumped class, he's not put a foot wrong. As I said, they've all came round him and started racing. I've just kind of had to wait, let him fill himself up again. And he's ran on. At first he didn't quite get there. Thought maybe it would have, but yeah, they kind of screwed me over. Everyone getting racing at the bottom of the hill. It's a long way up that hill. And he was always beating the horse that came by, and the horse in front just travelled too well. He was always going well, and yeah, he's done nothing wrong in the feet though.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you, mate. Cheers, thanks everyone.
Thanks, Patrick. Get yourself ready for fire. Get pleased to find
Grab your coat, grab your hat, baby. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet on the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that Peter Pan, baby? The happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. Oh. But I'm not afraid, baby. My rover crossed over, yes. If I never have a cent, baby, I'll be rich as Rockefeller, yes. Gold is at my feet, I'm the sunny side of the street. And get your coat, grab your hat, leave your worries, don't stare. Just direct your feet on the sunny side of the street for Buzazian. Can't you hear that Peter Pat? Oh, the happy tune is your stars. Life can be so sweet, oh, on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade, yes, with those blues on parade. Now, mama, now I'm not afraid, baby. But don't be this, but that's Baba, yes. And if I never ever said I'll be rich as Rockefeller, with gold at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
Nety, I rode him this morning. He feels absolutely fantastic. He's a funny horse, but you can, if he's pulling too hard, he's not right. He's too anxious. The little girl who adores him and looks after him said, "Oh, he's a bit stiff." He wasn't stiff. He felt absolutely fantastic. I'd run him as soon as we can, but I still probably thinks, you know, good end of 3 weeks if the ground's soft enough. But I think he's, you know, since whatever time it was, he's really come to what we hoped he would now. I think he's improving all the time.
Charlie Deutsch will be on board. So the top 2 in the market, the top 2 in the betting. Top 2 in the points, I should say. Nety well next in at 6 to 1. Hoping to give the Lucinda Russell team a double on the card. This horse was a winner at Ayr back in January. He's finished second on his last 2 outings, both at Carlisle. Second in the one-man league final there back in the spring. He was beaten at 3 lengths on his Master
Patrick.
Right?
Hi, Patrick.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just going to do as we've always done on him. Line him up, put our hands in his neck, leave him alone, let him jump, get him jumping, and from there we'll see how we get on. If we're in front or we're in behind. If we're in behind, they're going quick, so we're happy to be there. Hopefully he can just get way out in front by himself, getting himself a nice rhythm, and from there hopefully we're in front and across the winning line.
Okay, good man.
Easy as well.
Just at least the form worked out well yesterday, didn't it? Yeah, 1 Mil Harbour won again yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. So they won it even easier than they won against him. So
what's the ground like?
Heavy. So yeah, straight on the ground. Right, cheers.
Nety well, because that horse got tired after travelling well at Carlisle on the reappearance.
Yeah, behind 1 Mil Harbour was conceding weight that day, but it was a pleasing reappearance. The softer the ground, the better for him. He's won twice on heavy. Lucinda Russell already amongst the winners here. He's up 7 for his last win at Ayr, which was back in January.
And number 5 is behind that, One Fine Man.
Harold did really well for Jimmy Moffat, won twice over fences. He's up a pound compared to his latest victory. He makes his seasonal return.
Number 4's got to go. Change it, it won't be until post time. DeGello's very interesting. Venetia Williams going well, as Mark said. Chasing Deverton today. We know the horse is league behind that in the global fences with Venetia. But a good winner, an easy winner last autumn. Didn't really progress after that though.
No, he didn't. He absolutely bolted up at next 2 14, and he would have won with about 2 stone extra on his back. He turned him out quickly to go to head on before he got beaten, and he never quite happened. Imperial, but we haven't seen him since. He's the youngest horse in the field, but you made the point. You know, so many of these ex-French horses have got to Venetia, they improve when they go chasing. And his first time out there, he's first.
I'm used to seeing Declan Carroll having sprinters, but he's got a jump here. One Fine Man. They're down at the start. We'll take a look at a bit more detail in a second. I'd love to picture in the paddock, but there's a worry about the ground, isn't there?
Yeah, he'll be one of the best handicapped in the race off 1-2-4, because he should improve for going chasing. Started life in points. He's won at Aintree. He's won first time up, but he's never won on anything as testing as this.
And Nety Well, what about this horse? Travelled really well at Carlisle behind One Mill Harbour. One Mill Harbour won at Hexham yesterday, but Nety Well just got a bit tired there. So if leaving that behind and straight as today, must have a chance.
A definite chance, yeah. Narrowly missed out in one of those Good North finals at Carlisle. He's had the seasonal pipe opener, and the softer the ground, the better for him.
Hey, the starter is not on the rostrum yet. We've not yet heard anything about fences being omitted, so hope remains. Quick word about Real Stone. Should benefit from going back up in trip.
Yeah, he's won from 4 other fences. He's got course experience. He won a novice hurdle around here as a 50-1 shot back in October 20.
Lively Citizen won on Chase debut at Perth. This is a step up in class for Lively Citizen. They look as though they could be ready to go, Mark. Am I being too optimistic here? What do you think?
Well, far off, but...
Yeah, like David's just said, the starter's not yet on his rostrum. He's still not on the rostrum. I was just going to say, Declan Carroll, I'm used to seeing him training sprinters, but he's taken one off, this One Fine Man has moved from Jimmy Moffat's yard.
Yeah, the owners moved one yesterday to Declan Carroll. One Fine Man did really well for, no surprise there, Peter, to see the fences taken up.
It bears repeating what we said earlier on, Mark. You'd have thought that with there not being a cloud in the sky, that they'd have a fair idea that we were going to end up with the same result here, and you'd like to think that they wouldn't wait until post time before making that final call, would you?
Well, it did look as... I mean, they're obviously giving it as best chance as possible, leaving it as late as possible, but
even like 60 seconds earlier, you know...
I mean, the chances of the sun moving round in less than 60 seconds was never on, so they've given it every chance, but it was inevitable, the outcome.
Yeah. At least it's not a long drawn out affair. They only have to stick a few things in the, 3 in one and 3 in another, but it will be both in the straight. There you can see all three in the home straight, so it's going to be a long run in. And we talk often about, when this happens, about Frodon's infamous defeat in the Old Roan a few years ago, Mark, and Mr. Chewy could be the Frodon on this example, couldn't he, Mr. Chewy, because he's a great jumper, but he won't get a chance to exploit it and gain length at each fence because 3 are out in the home straight. We can go up to David because I think we're ready to go.
More or less, Peter, just waiting for the flag to go up, which it now has. Starters ready. And they're off in the Boyle Sports Money Back second meeting, a handicap chase. They'll be jumping 6 fences here. And a quick run towards the first of them. Chancer is up there with Nety Well and Master Chewy on the inside as they get over the first. And all 9 of them managed to take that safely. JLo just brushed through it in 5th position. Tullyhogue Fort is in 4th place early on, a pale jacket as they turn into the home straight, where again the 3 fences will not be taken. The dark blue JLo is just in behind the leaders, followed by One Fine Man, the orange and purple. White and red, that is Lively Citizen on the inside, and the back 2 at this stage. Real Stone is held up, and You Can Tango, who did win the best turned out prize, is in last position. So Chancer and Jack Tudor leading the way to Nety Well. He went very close at Carlisle on his comeback last month, running in 2nd under Patrick Watch. In 3rd place then is Master Chewy, and the fences being out the way he jumped here last month, certainly not in his favour, the favourite. The maroon and white just sharing 3rd with JLo, and on the near side is Tullyhogue Fort, and then Lively Citizen, One Fine Man, Real Stone and Harry Skelton, and finally You Can Tango, who's on terms with Real Stone at the back. So 1 full circuit to go, and it is Chancer that leads to Nety Well, and JLo is in 3rd. In 4th, around the inside, is Master Chewy. Then Tullyhogue Fort on the outer of One Fine Man, and on the inside of that one is Lively Citizen. And the back 2 remain Real Stone, the green and red. On the outside of that one, You Can Tango. So 4 fences taken over in the back straight, and running to the first of them, it is Chancer that leads. His closest pursuers, Nety Well and JLo, as they now get to the second. Leader was in a little bit close. Master Chewy wasn't brilliant at that in 4th place, just ahead of One Fine Man and Lively Citizen. As they move on towards the next, Tullyhogue Fort pushed along on the outside. So this is a plain fence, number 3, Chancer and Nety Well. Over that, And these are the two leaders, followed by Jello, and then Master Chewy is in 4th place, ahead of One Fine Man, Lively Citizen, Tullyhogue, Fort You Can Tango, and Real Stone. An open ditch coming up now, and a good jump by Nettywell. A slight mistake back in the field from One Fine Man. Little bit of brush raised as they come to what will be the second last. It's the 5th in this race, and it's Nettywell that leads. Nettywell by over a length to Master Chewy, just going to challenge for second with Chancellor, the early leader. J-Lo on that one's inside in dark blue. One Fine Man in 5th, Lively Citizen, Tullyhogue Fort, and then Real Stone and You Can Tango. So coming past where they started and running towards what will be the final fence, it's Nettywell the leader. Master Chewy is following in second. Jello the dark blue, and on the outer, Chancellor. These are the first 4. This is the last. A very good jump by Nettywell. Jello just second. Under a big weight, Master Chewy in 3rd, although Jello's also got his fair share. Nettywell getting plenty from both of the two that are following him as they turn into the home straight, all on the flat from here. Nettywell, Jello and Master Chewy, these are the first 3. Real Stone is picking off some rivals from the back. It's challenging and going into 4th past One Fine Man and Lively Citizen. Chancellor has weakened right out of it, so heading around was normally the second last fence. Jello now coming to join Nettywell. Master Chewy on the inside, Sam Twiston Davies. They're on by about 5 lengths then to Real Stone in 4th. So heading inside their last 2 furlongs now, Jello and Master Chewy breeze past. Twiston Davies whips off a set of goggles. He hasn't gone for Master Chewy yet. Charlie Deutsch getting quite serious on Jello. About to come around the last, and Master Chewy has just taken the lead from Jello. Nettywell left well behind in 3rd. Master Chewy in front by 2 lengths to Jello. They head inside the last half furlong. It's very hard work. Jello is fighting back the near side of Master Chewy. Master Chewy the inside, Jello the near side. Here's the line. Jello getting up to win it. Jello denies Master Chewy. They were well clear of Nettywell, and Real Stone in 4th.
Back in 3rd position. He jumped well for a long way in receipt of a lot of weight, and we'll give you the 4th as well. That was number 3, Real Stone. But De Jello, anyone watching that would have thought that Master Chewy would have been the winner at this point.
You would at this point, yeah. Nettywell's run really well. He's a bit more experienced over fences compared to the front 2, but he's had the misfortune. He got a lower weight from the front 2, but he's had the misfortune to bump into 2 progressive types. Master Chewy up 10 for his course and distance win last time out. That's just caught him out late on. And De Jello, we mentioned, very good fresh. That's the 3rd time now in 3 seasons he's won first time up. Continues a terrific run of Venetia Williams. I think he's had 7 winners in, from something like 17 runners in the last 4 years.
Amazing. Sam Twiston Davies clearly didn't want to go for his mount, Master Chewy, too early. He waited until he got well round that final fence, but then it's all out riding. But you can see under the stands side, it's Charlie Deutsch who got the verdict. A word of praise for Nettywell.
Yeah, as I say, he's run really well. He got a lot of weight from the front 2, but he's a bit more experienced over fences. He probably would have been suited by having the fences in, but he just bumped into two progressive horses. But just look at the rest. For a 2-mile handicap chase on a track like Aintree, just shows how testing the ground is. How strong.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done, son. That looked like a bumper there, Patrick. He's jumping so well.
He missed one down the back, but apart from that, to go round there on that sort of ground, he just like, and like he hit the front, but I was doing nothing. And you know, and then when they came to me, he's not actually done anything wrong. He's not slowed down. He just couldn't quicken. He's just stuck in the mud. I think he's run a cracker.
He's run a great race.
Yeah.
He's all, stepping up in quality and everything else.
And he just keeps improving and improving as time's going on. So.
And actually, the way he jumped, it would have helped you having those fences in, wouldn't it? You know, but
it would have.
Like they've done me on the sprint, but if the fences were in, I'd had an opportunity. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
He's jumping so good. But like.
No, he's
done nothing wrong, and at least you know now if you want to come down this sort of direction with a game,
exactly,
he's going to perform.
So
yeah,
cheers, Patrick.
Exactly. Well, we're both back in one piece. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks,
well done, Patrick. Well done, Patrick.
Good boy.
Well done. Well done, Nety.
Good boy.
But then good boy, Nety. Good lad.
You jumped so well.
Good run.
growing, hasn't he? His whole physique looks strong and changed. Yes, lad. I want to go back. I want to go back to the stables and start away. Yes.
Good lad. Nicky's in charge, really. He's the main. Hiya.
Hi, congratulations. So, just Vicky Gossing.